What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man Solace here, the humble wise one. Today I want to do this short video. It has no title, but it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Now, many people hate that I say I'm the smartest mother effer on the planet. And it's a deep thing. Some people probably think to themselves, I'm smarter than him. I don't care what he says. Some people probably get upset. They say that's ego. Whatever the case may be. But many people hate when I say this for some reason. And it's okay. I want y'all to grasp a thing. You're not supposed to get upset when I say that. You're supposed to do something about it. Meaning you're supposed to aspire to raise your intellect to the point where you feel the same. And then we can have deep intellect to see who truly is smarter. But you're not supposed to get mad. Find fuel in the words. Because it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Everything I do and everything I say is an aspect to make you learn something. You gotta learn. If I gotta throw ego in your face to piss you off to the point where you begin to control your emotions and say, you know what? He doing that on purpose. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta just adjust yourself. You gotta grasp. Now, it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Don't get mad that I say I'm the smartest motherfucker. Prove that you're smarter than me. And the only way you can prove that you're smarter than me is you have to grasp certain things. Like light and darkness, which I broke down in a prior video. You have to grasp that from totality. Now you also have to grasp life and death from totality. But not in the bozo goofy talking manner that y'all do it. With 1,000 words, you have to do it short and grasp and truly understand in the way that I do. Now y'all have to understand, we don't have life. So the way y'all look at life is all wrong, and it's a deep thing. In order for you to be smarter than me, since this is the jealous people's aspirations, well then you have to grasp things on the deep intellectual mind of Solace. So then you have to understand, okay, we don't have life. What does that mean, Solace? Because I'm alive, Mr. Solace. So you're wrong. And y'all have to grasp, we don't have life. We have death. Meaning the moment that you're born, you're on the means to dying. It could happen any moment from the moment you're born. But if you're lucky, you will live to an old age and then die. But the point is this, you don't have life, you have death, because your whole life is a means to dying. So every second of the day you're dying. Even if you're not killed, you age a day, which is a day closer to your death. So it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Now, if you look at it from a true perspective, that is not life. That is death. You don't have life. You have death. And you're dying and waiting for death. And this is the existence that we have. Now, we don't know what death is. Well, y'all don't know what death is. I do. I have no problem grasping. But y'all don't know what death is. Therefore, you view life as life. So you like, I understand life. But you truly don't. Because if you understood life, then you'd understand that you don't have life, you have death, and this is why you're dying in your life. So you have to grasp. Wisdom comes from understanding. It don't come from just regurgitating what you heard. Because this is all y'all do. Y'all regurgitate what y'all heard. Some of y'all like to speak in big high. I forgot the word. I be getting lost this late. I'm sorry. That's my excuse. But a lot of y'all be getting lost in the big philosophical words, and you get lost in your own theories, and it's a deep thing that happens. But at the end of the day, you have to see life for what it is and get an understanding on life in totality. Therefore, if you can understand what life is, then you can understand what death is. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. See, if you understand this right here is death, your You're living death, or you're dying, or whatever you want to call it, but you're not living. Living would be a means to living, meaning you're living in the end of that living is living. You can't say I'm living but I'm gonna die. So you have to grasp. Everyone's on their path to dying. Therefore, you have to grasp. You don't have life. You have death. If you can grasp that, then you must understand at some point, you must find life. And the only way you're going to find life is through understandings. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. Y'all too focused in nothingness, forgetting about death. Mind you, death is your existence, so you have to grasp it at some point. Why do I need to grasp death, Mr. Solace? For what? You need to grasp death, therefore your existence won't be. Put it to you like this. If you don't grasp death, you'll have one or two existences. Dreamless sleep or sleep with dreams. Deep thing y'all gotta grasp. If you don't begin to understand this death that you're living, you will have sleepless dream existence, an existence of sleep with dreaming. Meaning, you don't have to have your physical body to exist, because when you're sleeping, you're dreaming. So, some of y'all will exist in death. Now, when you're sleeping, it's like you're dead, but you're still existent. So, if you don't begin to understand this death that you're living, well, your existence could be that. Or it could be like when you're sleeping, you have no dream, where you basically just don't exist. But you're laying there asleep, but you don't exist. So it's the same thing. You know how they say, oh, well, spirit can't die, energy can't die. Well, energy could be unconscious. So you could just be like dreamless sleep. Energy that's just in the void. So it's a deep thing y'all gotta grasp. Or you can ascend up into the next dimension of the death existence, because that's all the whole existence is. Y'all don't grasp. It's a deep thing, but it's like I said, y'all have to understand life, and you have to begin to look at things from reality perspective. And what's the reality? That you're not living, you're dying. Grasp that. See, everything we speak of here and the way we see everything from our perspective is upside down. You're living to die so that you can get eternal life. Mind you, you're dying to live. But people ain't going to get to that eternal life, which is the life, because people don't understand that they in death. They in death existence. Hell, whatever you want to call it, you're cut off. I get frustrated because when I say hell and things like this, people get lost and they start talking stupid, dumb stuff. I thought you wasn't a Christian, Solace. Shut up. You don't have to be a Christian to respect the moral of a thing. I had to tell a young lady that the other day. You don't have to get mad at Jesus and slander Jesus, because he didn't say nothing. This is what people saying about him. So slander the religion. Why are you so upset at Jesus? He don't give a fuck about you. People could do this to me in the future and use me with their religion, and people be like, fuck Solace, and Solace don't give a fuck about religion. Why you putting? So you gotta grasp, you gotta be considerate for the dead. Jesus ain't real. Well, you don't know that. They talking about him, so he probably was real. Just a regular motherfucker that was wise. And you gotta respect the dead. You can play your little jokes, but you don't want to get emotionally invested. So where you like, y'all get wild with it. I don't understand. But you just have to understand, man. You have to understand the life you're existing in, the existence you're existing in, better yet. Therefore, you can get life. If you think you live life already, then how you gonna get it? Like, truly think about that. If you already think you're alive and you're in existence and you're in a line with the all of the life, and after you die, you'll be attached back with the one in the all, and you'll live for eternity and all of this, and you think that's the reality for you, then ask yourself, why you not there already? Think about that. Because a lot of people think when I die, I'm going to heaven, to be with God and all my loved ones. So you're going back to be back with all of the allness of the life. All those that died, all those that exist now, and this is where you're going. Some believe when they die, they seen the light, and so you believe when you die, you going somewhere to a better life than the one we live now. So why? Why are you not there already? And this is my point. Now, you can think all you want where you think you're going, but you ain't going no goddamn way until you get to understand this. It's a deep thing, and I'm sorry for my manner and my tone right now, but I get a little frustrated. Not to the point where I'm emotionally invested. You see how smooth I am when I do it? I just don't want this video to be harsh in any manner, because truly when I teach y'all, it's not in harsh spirit. I get aggravated, of course, sometimes because y'all have a hard time grasping things, but other than that, it's not in negative energies or where I hate anyone. You just aggravate me sometimes. It's okay. No big deal. But you just have to grasp the existence and the understanding of things, man. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. You can live, put to you like this. You was alive in your father's body. You was a cell, a micro cell. All people have micro cells in them. Now, how do you know you was a micro cell in your father? Because you left your father as a sperm cell and went into your mother and got an egg, and this is how you exist. So you know at one point in time you was a micro cell in someone's body. Grasp that. You died. You left that existence, went into your mother, got an egg, and got you a whole new existence in the same life, just on a higher level of it. So you no longer was a cell within the body, but you was your own body with cells inside of you now. And we live within the solar system, which is the sun. And when you die, the same goddamn thing gonna happen to you. You gonna do the same thing that happened when you was a cell in your father's body. So the sun is your goddamn father. That's why they say children of the sun. Because they have an understanding of what the fuck I just said. I am so sorry. No, I'm dead truly sorry. I want this video to be as humbled as possible, because I want to use these next two videos to truly reach y'all. Now, it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. This is why we're called children of the sun. Or if you see in some texts, they call them children of men. And then in other texts, they call them children of the sun. Those who understand the understandings of things, then you are what you are. And if you don't understand, then you just children of men, because you lost in the physical life and you don't understand nothing. So you just a man. Because it's all about understanding, baby. It's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Now, when you die and you ascend up to become a son, which is nothing more than a macro being on a larger level. Just how when you was a cell in your father's body and you ascended out of his body into the mother and got an egg, and you ascended out of her body, and then you were just like those beings that you lived in their image and their likeness. You was the same way they were now. Same thing. You're going to ascend up to be a star. This is why you got a bunch of stars up above. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. When we die, this is what happens. But it's still hell. It's still the same existence. Stars die. And they ascend up and turn into galaxies and shit. But you have to grasp. It's a deep thing. The existence is the same. Light and darkness. Life and death, which truly ain't life. It's just you're dying. Continuously. Cut off from a straight path of existence. See, you don't just exist. You exist and die. Exist and die. You're awake and sleep. You're awake in sleep. It's night and day. It's just death in a small break you get from it to remember what existing was, so you can get understandings and pull, so you're conscious and awake, so you can learn and take from those experiences, and then you can form it into knowledge so that you can get a straight path of existence where you no longer have to live and die for eternity. I mean, for God's sake, you was a cell in a person's body. And you didn't grasp shit then. And that's how you in this reality now. Because you didn't acquire no knowledge when you was in your father as a micro cell, which is a living entity. Meaning, it's what the hell you are now. You was just smaller. We tend to think micro cells means something else. It means like a different kind of creature, or no, it's the same thing you are, just on a smaller level of life. You're a solar system just on a smaller level. So the micro life within you is like how we are to the sun. Simple thing. The sun is the solar system, and we the micro life within the solar system. We not the micro life on the planet. We're the organisms on the planet. We're the micro cells within the solar. Just like you got micro cells within you and organisms within you are organs, which is the same thing. So you have to grasp. The point of me saying that is you're going to keep dying. You're going to ascend up in the existence and die and die and die and die and die until you return back to the all of Oblivion, which is Satan, he who the existence started with. So if you don't like the name Satan, you can use any goddamn name you want. Shemyaza, Azael, whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Alayla, whatever. Use any name you want. Allah, Jesus, who cares? But you're going to be dead forever. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Because you think your life, meaning the amount of time you live and then you die, you think in your mind that that's longer than the death. And it's a deep thing you got to grasp. Just like y'all believe like you're awake longer than you're asleep. But you're really not. Because if you add up all the times y'all daydream and be in la fucking land, you sleep way more than you're consciously awake. So let's be real. It's a deep thing you have to grasp. You don't know how long your death's gonna be before you ascend up and be a star. What we call a star, a sun. But basically just another person on a larger scale of life. So you won't be inside the solar system no more. You'll be your own solar system now. And just like you were no longer a cell within the body, now you're your own cell. You're your own body with cells in it. So it's the same thing. You're going to go up and die some more until you get it. It's all on how long it takes you to get it. Some people get it at this level in life, and then they align themselves with the existence of all. These are those we call those who have the keys. It's a simple thing. Some people have the Ankh, some people don't. If you get the Ankh, then you got the keys to life and death, and you understand, and it's a simple thing, and death and life don't exist to you no more, because you just exist, and it's a deep thing y'all don't grasp. I don't know why, but hopefully y'all will one day. But if you want to be smarter than me, you got to grasp things how I grasp them. And it's a deep thing how I grasp them. Because you can't deny nothing I say. You could just waste your time not learning. And it's a deep thing you got to grasp. No ego involved. Because a lot of people be mad. They want to be smarter. They like, I hate them. And don't get mad. Get fuel, learn, grasp, and get understanding. And remember, I'm here trying to help y'all. Get smarter and get wiser. I ain't coming here to make y'all dumb, so what the fuck? Remember that while you getting lost in competition mode, because y'all make everything a competition. Mind you, I'm coming to raise y'all up in thought so y'all can grasp. And y'all think it's a competition, and I can just go about my own business. Doesn't matter. I got keys. You got keys? Exactly. So you got to grasp. It's a deep thing. And you can say anything you want to yourself. You don't have keys. Whatever. Tell yourself that when you die, my nigga. Nobody has time to play with Child-minded motherfuckers. You know you don't know shit. You know you don't know what's going to happen when you die. So play with yourself. You can play with yourself all day and say, oh, you don't know what's going to happen either. Okay, nigga, when you die, cool. I'm good to go, baby. I know things. Maybe I just don't know how to explain them to y'all, where I don't even see why y'all don't grasp the things I say. For some reason, I think it's like, I don't understand. But that's the only problem. But me understanding and having keys, that's a given. Simple. I'm just trying to help y'all get keys so you niggas ain't got to be stuck in this death forever. You get lost if you want. Play dumb with yourself if you want. And say, oh no, I'm going to this dimension and I'm going to have whatever. Okay, enjoy. Heaven ain't nothing but the highest kingdoms of hell, nigga. And that's where y'all all going unless y'all begin to grasp. And it's a simple thing. I'm harsh in my mannerisms and things like this, and it's only because I truly didn't come here to play with y'all. I'm simple. If a thing makes sense, then it makes sense. Y'all on retard, it's be weird. Shit make perfect sense, a motherfucker will still argue with it. And his only reason is because he don't like a person. Or he do like a person. And it's like, I don't got time for that. Let's truly learn. Y'all gotta grasp life and death. It's a deep thing. Or if you can't grasp that, you better grasp what I just said in the beginnings all the way throughout this whole video. Grasp it. Because it's a deep thing. And y'all ain't all gonna be stars. Not to say that's a good thing. You still in the same motherfucking existence. Death. Hell. Whatever you want to call it. But you're still gonna be in the same existence. It doesn't matter. But it's a deep thing you gotta grasp. Know something. As opposed to just sitting around playing games with yourself. I know it's a lot of teachers and I know a lot of them popular and they got a large following. But that's not gonna help you. You gotta grasp that. It's gonna help them in this physical life. But it ain't gonna help them when they die either. They gonna be in Google La La Land with your ass. It's a deep thing you gotta grasp. Get knowledge. That's all you need to do. Get yourself some knowledge. Get yourself some understanding. Because everybody, like I said, everybody's not gonna send up to be a star. Not to say that that's a good thing, but it's better than being in dreamless sleep existence, I'll tell you that. And that's where a lot of y'all are going. To dreamless sleep existence, which is basically just motherfucking blank energy. You probably did this shit 50,000 million times already. Let's end it up from a fucking sperm cell in your daddy all the way up to a goddamn universe and back on down into Oblivion again, and you just ain't gonna grasp. You just lock you in the bottomless pit. Bottomless. Dreamless sleep. That's where y'all headed. To Oblivion. And it's so sad and horrible. If y'all could truly just grasp for 2.seconds of the life, just 2 seconds, what eternity is, and how a person can exist for eternity, dying, living life in pieces, struggling through the eternity. Mind you, eternity is forever. Spirits here is struggling through the existence for eternity. For just a small piece of existence, which is 100 years ain't shit in eternity. This is as long as men live. If they don't die or get killed before that. And you're struggling for those short spurts of existence all throughout this death that they... Because you got to grasp. Existence is eternal. And this is eternal death that we live in. And you getting small little spurts of life. And you ain't grasping nothing with it. You supposed to use this small spurt of life to gather up what you can to pull back to the whole. And you just not grasping. And I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all think I'm like the other teachers. Y'all truly believe it. Like, nah, he's just a teacher. I ain't dumb. It's a deep thing. It don't even matter what I am. Because it don't matter what I say I am. You only know what you see. And you only know what you perceive through the way you perceive it. So you see me for however you see me. And that's it. You don't see me through thought and mind. And you don't see me through that. So it don't matter who I am. All that matters is you grasp something, because you're not going to never grasp who I am or how I understand things. Just not there yet. I don't know how to explain it, but spirits are lost and dying in hell forever. And it's crazy, deep thing y'all got to grasp, because y'all the spirits I'm talking about. Forever. It's a deep thing. Your kids you leave here, that's your spirit. Deep thing y'all gotta grasp. Every man here who had a kid, that's his spirit still stuck in this existence. So it's a deep thing to grasp. When you leave this existence to become a star, or to become like the body that you're in, the solar, you leave more of yourself in the place you left. Just leaving your spirit all through hell. It's a deep thing. You was a cell in your father's body. You had children. Cells have kids, and then they die. And then they leave out as sperm cells and get eggs. And they leave their cells, their little baby cells there. So they just leave your spirit everywhere you go. All throughout the life. You die, leave here, send up to be a star. You left your spirit all through here, and however many kids you had, they're going to die, do the same thing. This is a deep thing, man. It's the same person all over through hell, through the same existence. So sad. To grasp is a deep thing. I don't think a lot of y'all even have the heart to grasp. You probably die. It's sad. It's your main man, Solace. Y'all be groovy.